Founded with the vision of making legal assistance more accessible, LegalEASE has developed innovative solutions to connect people with experienced attorneys, and their comprehensive plans and user-friendly platforms are designed to demystify the legal process, making it simple for everyone. Let's take a closer look at how LegalEASE is empowering individuals to tackle legal issues with confidence.
Some of the biggest things that employees face are these financial stress-related legal problems. The problem is most of HR, most of the benefits world doesn't understand that a lot of the employee stress today is related to financial problems caused by legal problems. My name is Robert Heston. I'm an attorney, and I've been an attorney for 42 years, and I've been with LegalEASE for almost 42 years. I've been its president and chief executive officer for about 40 of those 42 years. And love the idea of the concept of LegalEASE. It offered a little bit of legal advice to credit union members. And we basically, from that time, we have grown it into a major employee benefits, HR benefits program that supplies almost 500,000 people with legal services.
We actually help employees navigate through their legal matter. So what they call in, we provide a personalized support system for their specific legal matter. So whether you're calling in for a traffic ticket or you're calling in for something as life-changing as a divorce, we provide the personalized support that the employee needs in order to give them the assistance that they need and have a person to speak to about getting their questions answered. The legal system is very complicated and they don't know who to go to when they have questions on how the process works. And that's what our advocates are here for.
So we offer a personalized solution for every member. We take into account their specific attorney preferences, their legal needs, their jurisdiction, and we match them with an attorney that's in their network that fits their criteria and is right for them. The biggest things that we hear today are rising medical costs and also getting employees to engage with their benefits plan more. We help solve those issues by offering a low-cost benefit solution for very expensive out-of-pocket legal needs, and also working with our broker partners and working with our groups from a communication standpoint throughout the year to increase employee engagement in the benefit plan.
We are helping members every day when they call us with really challenging, really difficult, in many cases heart-wrenching legal matters. And it's really important that they feel seen and heard when they contact us. We have self-service options. A lot of people want that. A lot of our technology and innovation is focused on just giving people the options that will make them feel comfortable. But really at the core of what we do is being there for people to help them through the process.
We figured out that about 21% of that problem is financial related. And then we figured out on top of that about 80% of that financial problem is related to unexpected crises that happen in people's lives. And even today, in increasing numbers every year, employees are suffering through these financial problems with no answers. The real connection today is this understanding of mental health and how legal problems and the business that we're in, legal plans, can actually help people draw themselves out of these legal crises when they hit. They do have to understand, and I think HR and benefits consultants also have to understand how big a problem this is. And I think that right now is where we don't quite understand where and how and what the scope of these legal problems is and how it impacts employees and keeps them from very productive work.
There's a growing focus on mental health and financial stress in the workplace, and LegalEASE has always had processes in place to address those two things. Of course, there is the obvious financial stress, the expectation that legal problems are going to be very expensive. That's pretty widely known. So our program, being a legal insurance product, removes a large portion of the financial fear out of working with an attorney The plan pays for the attorney fees in the majority of cases that your typical American family is going to face. Of course, there can be out-of-pocket costs, but they're minimal compared to what people expect of the exorbitant fees of working with an attorney, particularly like on a long, drawn-out case. What people don't necessarily think about as much is the mental health part of the legal matter. Most people's experience with the legal system comes from what they've seen on TV or things that they've heard in the news. The majority of people have not gone through a legal problem before the first time they call us. This is the first time. Maybe they have friends, maybe they've seen some things on TV, but a lot of times there are misconceptions about what to expect. And frankly, there's a lot of fear about working with an attorney. While we're making sure that the attorneys in our network have the best qualities and best customer service orientation possible, the reality of the legal system is things do move fast. Attorneys are not going to be like a typical customer service experience where they're going to spend a lot of time with you, and people have an expectation that they want to know what's going on with their case at all times. We help them through the process of not only finding the right attorney for them, but also being that sounding board, being that person in the middle that is not intimidating. We're here to help.
The lamp was an invention that's born out of a culture that we have at LegalEASE. Understanding things from a lawyer perspective, I also understood things from the client perspective and understood that how disconnected clients and lawyers are, particularly employee clients, where they don't quite understand each other. The legal system is full of barriers and procedures and confusion and terms and sort of habits that people just don't understand. They want to go tell the judge their issue, they want the judge to agree with them, and they want to go home with the money that they're out of pocket. And the legal system doesn't work that way. And trying to find a lawyer who will listen to you is very difficult. But we're trying to engage them in what we call advocacy. We want to put a person that walks alongside of them through this difficult legal procedure and basically walk them through the legal procedure, not to give them legal advice, but to give them help so that they can better interact with their attorney.
So our advocates serve as a single point of contact for the employee's legal journey. So they'll be only speaking with that advocate so that the advocate's the most familiar with their legal matter and they get the quick and efficient assistance they need. The advocate also follows up in order to remind the employee about different steps of the legal process because they're the ones that are most knowledgeable about it. So it's a very hand-hold approach that's given us great success for our employees.
The LAMP is an extremely innovative solution, something that's a big game changer for LegalEASE. Our members will go online, either from their phone, computer, tablet, and fill out an entire intake form that takes into account their specific preferences and their specific legal needs. The benefits for the member are in the outcomes. They're able to get matched with an attorney a lot faster, and they're getting an attorney that meets their criteria based on their individual needs and desires and what they want out of an attorney experience.
We built this whole compatibility match system that we do in a profile, we do in an intake with live people for all of our clients and have done it for over 20 years. We now said, okay, now you can do your own. You can help yourself. It's a self-serve system. It has chat function, it has a help function. But if you want to walk through the intake, you do the intake yourself. And then it has a number of factors, what we call compatibility factors, by which you select the compatibility characteristics of attorneys that you think will be compatibility with you. In effect, you build your own profile of an attorney that you'd like to work with. But we can narrow it down to build some attorney that we think is going to be compatible with you as a user. And therein lies the idea behind the LAMP.
As we grow, it's really important to maintain that part of our culture. And the key to that, I think, is hiring empathetic people. You can't train for it. You either have it or you don't. You cannot train people to care. We can provide training on how to refine their messaging, what words they use to make sure that it's coming across. But you can't train someone to care so much about helping the person on the other end of the line that they are going to go above and beyond. They're going to make sure that we get them the help that they need, no matter what, whether it's time to leave or not. That is something that we have to be very cautious about hiring for that, looking for that in our hiring process, because as we grow, there can be a tendency for these key components of the culture to get diluted. People are further away from the center of the organization, if you will. It's not like 30 years ago when we would all sit around the table and eat lunch together and take the calls while we were eating lunch and then kind of talk about them and talk about what the person was going through and then talk about how we can best help them. The people that are answering the phone today don't necessarily have that opportunity to do that on a daily basis and really understand what we're about and how important that is. So we really have to maintain the culture by adding new people to the organization who have that trait already.
We provide our advocates with a very thorough training. A lot of it falls back to active listening, crisis management, and of course, empathy. It's our guiding principles here in the Member Services Advocate Department. And the reason that's so important is we want to make sure that the advocates are supported in the process so they can be there 100% for our members. That means if you have a really difficult member, you need a leader to talk it through. We're here to provide that support and provide additional training in order for them to be able to face the next member who's going through a very difficult situation, like losing a family member. And that way they can be there for them 100%.
My name is Tracy Dietrich, and I've been in the benefits space for north of 30 years, consulting with small and mid-market sized employers since 1999, mostly with USI through mergers and acquisitions. And just am blessed to do something that I love every single day and help companies save literally millions of dollars with one of their top 3 cost items. Well, I really love the voluntary legal benefit option, and I've used it myself personally for our family. We updated our will about 3 years ago after having our second daughter in 2020. And to be honest, some of the people that were in our original will weren't even alive any longer. So it needed to be done. And what I discovered was that just doing a pretty simple basic will with a real attorney, not kind of a do-it-yourself, online web program, which is super cumbersome. I mean, it had a cost of like $1,500 or $2,000, so it was a lot more expensive than I thought just for that one thing. And so with group legal benefits like LegalEASE, I didn't pay a penny other than the small premium payroll deduction that I paid every month. So it was a really great experience for my wife and I in updating our will.
Well, I think what excites me most is our investment in our reach across the country. We're investing heavily in the go-to-market team and expanding LegalEASE's footprint, which is extremely exciting. Our growth is extremely energizing. And we're also constantly innovating and expanding our benefit offering as well. So we're trying to deliver more to our members based on what they're requesting, trying to deliver them solutions that are not only innovative and creative, but also meeting the needs of the market.
Knowing that LegalEASE really does change people's lives. I love hearing the stories of when a member calls and says, oh, I just had a baby, so I need to redo my estate planning. And then on the other side, how much we can help someone when they're going through the most difficult situation that they thought they've ever faced. We had a member call and said, hey, I have a terminal diagnosis of cancer. I've never thought about doing estate planning, but I have LegalEASE and I want to get my estate planning done. Those are the type of stories on how we help those members, and I find that incredibly fulfilling.
Trying to help them understand all of the components of the legal battlefield, what parts to get upset about, what parts are really going against you, and then what parts look like you should be upset, but you really shouldn't be as a client. Taking those things, giving them someone to walk alongside of them with. In effect, I know it sounds trite, but hold their hand or put their arm around their shoulder and walk them through and tell them, I've gotten you a good lawyer. The lawyers, no matter what it looks like, that lawyer is going to do a great job. And then you're going to do a good job. And we together are going to help you get through this. I think that's what LegalEASE's vision for the future looks like. I'm Robert Heston. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of LegalEASE, and we are trending today.
To learn more about LegalEASE and explore their range of services, visit LegalEASEPlan.com. That's LegalEASEPlan.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast for more inspiring stories from brands that are making a difference. Until next time, keep trending, and we'll see you soon.